Love in Five Acts by Daniela Krien, published by Maclehose and translated by Bulloch, and this is a novel in 5 acts that is set in Leipzig in Germany. This has been a Der Spiegel #1 bestseller, and it has sold 150,000 and more copies in Germany alone. So this is a story of 5 different women whose stories interweave, and so we start with Paula, then there is her friend Judith, then comes Brida, who's a writer, followed by Malika and Jorinde. So these are stories, it's like a universal story of women, their relationships to family, to their children, to their siblings, to grandparents. So it is a story of every woman in one way. There is almost a filmic kind of quality to the writing and narration of the stories. It's almost like, you take Paula, the author kind of homes in on that particular part of her life where she has difficulties, she loses a child, it then kind of pans back out again, and then it goes on to the next person who is Judith. So you're almost getting a period of life of one woman, but it could be any woman's story. So it's been an interesting experience because I read Paula and her story and felt quite engaged, and then I moved on to Judith, and then as I was coming towards the end of Judith's story I had quite some difficulty recalling what Paula's story had been about, and then obviously I went on to Brida from Judith, and the same thing happened, that I felt quite hazy apart from the focus of the story that I was reading and the particular character. So that for me was quite an interesting device. I'm sure it was intentional. It left me feeling a little bit sad that I hadn't managed to keep the engagement with each individual subject, each individual woman. So it's been a very different, strange and interesting reading experience. The women are all familiar with life in East Germany, so Leipzig used to be behind the wall. When the wall came down, obviously there was quite a ripple effect of events that would happen and changes in life, and that is also part of these stories as they look for partners, as they manage their lives, as they come to terms with difficulties. So it's a very nice universal way of presenting women's lives in the 21st century. So if you're looking for something to read, then I think, and I love the cover by the way, Love in 5 Acts by Daniela Krien, published by Maclehose, is certainly a book to look out for.